righty. It still says setting up, but I think that we are live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. Facebook world. Ladies, wave hi to the people. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen who are listening, welcome, welcome, welcome to three amazing ladies who are here to let you know that there is hope on the caregiving journey. Can I get an amen? There is hope on the caregiver journey.
Yeah. Triple amen to that. There's hope.
There is. There is. And we want to just give you a little teaser about what's coming up. And next week, we are doing a Caregiving with Ease virtual summit and free event. So make sure you sign up. The link should be somewhere attached to this video. We'll also drop it down in the comments below. And when it comes to caregiving, it's not easy. It really isn't. But we can be able to do it with ease and grace, and we can be able to reclaim our power, our passion, and our prosperity on this journey. Mm-hmm. So today I have my amazing co-host Nadine Owens with Our Brother's Keeper.
Hello.
And we also have an amazing coach and author and speaker, Felicia Baskins.
Hello, good to be here.
So happy that y'all are here with me. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask a couple questions, and I want to get your feedback and what your thoughts about it are. First, tell me, from your perspective, what is caregiving, and who should really be attending this event? Like, what does caregiving encompass? So we'll first start off with Nadine. Go ahead and share with us what your thoughts about it.
Caregiving is caring for someone who can't care for themselves, okay? Whether it's your spouse, your mother, your cousin, your child, it could be a friend, okay? And you giving a piece of yourself to help the other person out. And it's not, defining caregiving is coming alongside them and teaching them a skill or trade, or showing them what they need to do. For me, I care for my 3 adult sons. I have 2 sons with autism. I have another son with PTSD and instability of emotions. So that's a handful all by itself. I've been caring for them for all their life. So therefore, I didn't do a lot of things as they was growing up. I didn't have the help. I didn't have the support. I didn't have the resources. But as time went on, I never stopped neither. I kept right on knocking on doors. I kept right on calling, and I kept right on asking until somebody said yes. And therefore, I started teaching myself, and I started learning how to ask the right questions. That makes a difference, asking the right questions and to the right person, okay? So I got connected to some people that was very generous in the heart, okay? Meaning that they have empathy. And they listened to me and they said, okay, well, you call this person. And that's how I got the help that I have now. So by that being said, what I do now is I help other people. I don't want anybody to ever go through what I went through by lacking services, resources, and they saying, oh, we don't have the funding. We can't help you. Do you know how that would make somebody feel? And if God weren't on my side, where would I have been? Now, I had more than one. And I was hearing the word no so much. I was like, sometimes you give up. You don't want to ask anybody. They're going to say no too. That's the mindset I had. But you know what? I was still determined. And that's what I did. And like I said, now I'm helping people to get connected, asking the right questions, and telling them who they need to talk to. So your second question was, who do we think should be in this this virtual summit, correct? I think caregivers, parents, people that just want to reclaim your power, because sometimes we just feel like we lost, and reclaiming is regaining. So some people don't know how to regain. Okay, some people are stuck, and people tell me, "Oh, I've been to this doctor, this therapist, and they really can't help me." So that's why we turn to you, because we know that people do business with other people who they love, know, and trust. So what you see is what you get. I'm not going to tell you something that I didn't do. I've been there, and that's why a lot of people relate to me, because I've been there. But I just feel like you guys going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a lot of resources. You're going to get a lot of, you're going to leave with something. You're going to leave empowered, encouraged. You're going to leave refreshed, rejuvenated. And we're going to leave you with some gifts. Right, Heather? We're going to leave with some gifts. Leave you with some gifts. Something that we're going to offer. And we just want you blessed. We want as many people on this summit, because we're just trying to give to you something that maybe you didn't know about. So I feel like, we got 8 speakers, and it's me and Dr. Heather Tucker. We're just going to tell our story, and we're going to give you some tools and resources and examples. So I do feel like everyone can gain from this. And if you feel like you can't benefit from this summit, see if somebody else can. So just share this live. Tell everyone that you know that they need to be on this summit. I'm feeling it. That's why I can't shut up, y'all. I'm feeling it. Yeah, this is going to be good.
It is. I know. You know what? Because the Holy Spirit is all on it. You know what I mean? And Nadine,
yeah,
I'm loving what you said. There's so many nuggets, golden nuggets in there. And the cool thing about it is that when this is an event of caregivers, from caregivers, for caregivers.
That's right.
Because like you said, we know what it is to be able to go through some of the things where you feel burnt out. You want to give up. You don't know what's going on. And you don't even know how to be able to go there. So thank you for sharing your testimony, because our test is our testimony, right?
No doubt.
Thank you for your service to the rest of the world. And Felicia, tell us a little bit about you, Felicia. Tell us, what were your thoughts about that question?
Well, I really don't have anything to say. Nadine took us all into worship and right.
I don't know why she put me first.
Sharing alongside her, and I think I'm gonna be sitting in the audience right along with Nadine, listening to her instead of me being up there. That was awesome. But you really did hit on some key points and some golden nuggets, like Dr. Heather was saying. When you think about a caregiver, initially I always thought about it as being caring for someone who cannot care for themselves, like a parent or a sibling or a family member who might be ill with some type of debilitating disease, whether it's mental, physical, or what have you. But, being a mom of 4, I added to that list of who is considered to be a caregiver. And I also added to the definition of what a caregiver is. We oftentimes think that a caregiver is someone who basically cares for someone who cannot care for themselves. But being a mom of 4, a caregiver is also a parent.
Yes.
Thank God my kids are all healthy and they don't have, any issues where they cannot care for themselves at this point because they're of age. However, I still care for them. As a mom, I care for their mental health, their physical health, their emotional well-being, their social well-being. I have the gamut in my household. And so when I think about a caregiver and this summit is not just for people who might be caring for someone who's ill, but it's also for moms who need some tips and some tools on how do you care for teenagers? How do you care for grade school kids in a world where so many things seem to be going wrong. And in terms of what you will get from this summit, I'm going to offer you hope. We have a book out together collaboratively called The Voice of Hope. I am going to offer you some hope. And then you might say, well, hope, what exactly is hope? Well, I, of course, have an acronym for you. Hope is when you can take the H and make that happy by doing what exactly makes you happy. Okay, it's no more of I'm a caregiver, so what I think and how I feel may not be most important. Oh, yes, it is. So I'm going to offer you an opportunity to really search yourself to find out what makes you happy. Then I'm going to offer you the O for hope, which is owning your feelings. Oftentimes we feel like as caregivers, as moms, that how we feel really doesn't matter as long as we're taking care of everybody else. That is not true. How you feel, whether it's good, bad, up, down, or sideways, is very important. So I'm going to teach you how to own your feelings. Also, prepare for everything. No more sitting around just assuming this might happen, that might happen. Prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, and emotionally. And then last but not least, we have our E, encourage ourselves. I was listening to Nadine talk about how sometimes she just felt like she heard so many no's that she didn't know if she should give up or what. Well, you don't give up. When you hear no's, when you feel like you're out of answers, you encourage yourself.
Come on.
And I want to give you some tips on how you can encourage yourself so that when you feel like no one else understands and you feel like you're alone, you can still pull yourself up by your bootstraps and make it. So who should be at the summit? Every mom on the planet who's ever felt like she's given, and needs to refuel and recharge so that she can continue to give, not just give to others, but to herself. And also, I feel like anybody who feels like they're in need of hope in the middle of this pandemic, in the middle of all of the crises that we're having, come on out to our summit. Be with us. Let us pour into you as we pour into one another.
Well, I just want to say y'all ladies are phenomenal. I'm already feeling fired up and ready and motivated myself.
All right.
You know, because what do you do when you feel like you've given it all you got? You're doing the best you can. What more do people want from you all at the same time? This is about taking the pressure off, right? Because it can be so overwhelming, especially, Felicia, what you had talked about of being so caring and concerned about the feelings of everyone else that we don't even really pay attention to our own. And we can't even pour from an empty cup. We can't give people what we don't have.
Exactly.
So this is just amazing. Absolutely. It's because, you know, like, and I definitely felt this way. Like, and you let me know, ladies, if you felt this way too. Like when you're in the midst of this caregiving journey, thank God we're on the other side of it and still working through it. But you know, it's almost like a never-ending journey. Somebody may get better, or you know, the kids may be good, and then maybe another family member is not good. So it's always a changing dynamic. The only constant is change, right?
Yes.
And so when it comes to this caregiving journey, like we had talked about, like both of you are life coaches. Y'all have gotten those skills on better communication and how to be able to connect with our loved ones. Can you share a little bit about how being a life coach has supported you in this caregiving journey to be a better mom, to be a better caring for your loved one? I'll let Felicia, you go ahead and you start.
I tell you, Dr. Heather, being a life coach has helped me tremendously. I'm a firm believer in it's easier for you to encourage others when you've walked that walk yourself. And so one thing I've done is, as a mom, I've created a planner for moms, a planner to help them to be more organized, help them to be more aware of how they're spending their time. But I've also included a section in there where they can really talk about themselves and write down things for themselves. And bringing that message into my life coaching business has helped so much, because what it allows me to do is to really work that plan, to see how different my life can be, how different someone else's life can be when they take the time to include themselves in it. Oftentimes, as caregivers, we really don't include ourselves. Again, we include things for everybody else, but we don't take that time to really focus on things for us. So using my own planner, planning out my meals to help me find extra time, writing down things from my bucket list that pretty much have been buried and bringing those things back to the forefront, literally preparing to do those things, writing down things that are heavy on my heart and being able to share with my own self in my weekly journal. All of those things have helped so much as a life coach as I continue to help moms find that time so that they can have better management skills, be more organized. Because what you realize when you share with people things that have helped you survive and help you overcome, you realize how important it is to have your own self together. You realize how important it is to focus on you so that you can be better with helping everybody else. So I'm excited about being a life coach. I'm excited about the clients I've already been able to touch and share with, and seeing them grow and become better moms has been amazing, amazing. Because again, whenever you say anything, whenever you're trying to help anyone else, you need to let that message hit you first. And it has definitely hit me as I continue to help other people.
I so love that. It's almost like this is like what every mom should know, because you know when you restore the mom, like the woman is the emotional GPS of the whole family. Like
Yeah.
I told my husband and I was like, happy wife, happy life, you know, because it all trickles down, you know, from
Yes.
us. And of course, it's not always easy on the journey of trying to figure out family dynamics by
No.
no means, because it's easy for us to be able to lose ourselves. But what I
Mm-hmm.
love is that you share the ability of how coaching helped you find yourself again and your voice and elevate you. So therefore it can also elevate the people that you serve. So thank you
Mm-hmm.
for sharing that. Wow.
Absolutely.
All right, Nadine, what about you? Tell me about like how life coaching has impacted you on this journey.
Well, for me, to be a good coach, you have to be a good student. So every question, the protocol I use on myself. And I love it so much because being a life coach has really rooted and grounded me. Now, I was a very relaxed person, and it takes a lot just to get on my nerve. But being a life coach, it brought me down even more. So I'm so focused and calm. And also, how can you give somebody something or tell somebody something that you don't do or you don't have yourself? Now, my biggest thing was time management. Now, everybody who knows me, see, Nadine, you be here, there, you do this, you take care of your boys. How do you find the time? Balance. So I started writing down, okay, I'm doing this at this time, I'm doing this at that time, and I also put in there time to rest. Just like I tell my clients, I tell my parents, you have to find time for yourself. Now, being an emotional intelligent coach, oh my gosh. So therefore, let me tell you something. People are watching you and watching your life, right? So sometimes the biggest stressor for me is riding the car, right? Or when somebody in the store be rude or something like that. But you know what? I don't let them get to me. I tell them, listen. Or when somebody says something rude, I say blessings to you. You have a good day. Now I can say a couple of years what so I wouldn't have said that, and I wouldn't have the same reaction that I do have now. So that has really taught me. And my saying is, you're not gonna bring me into your mess. I'm gonna bring you into my peace. Because never allow nobody to take your peace and your joy. Because see, they didn't give it to you and they can't take it away. So I'm just very joyful. I'm so very humble, grateful, and I'm thankful.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
And I just and like Felicia said, we just want to give hope, healing, and solutions because that's what they're looking for. How can you fix my problem? Well, I can tell you, okay, but it's still up to you. Y'all gonna have me preaching up here, so.
Well, you know what?
Have me preaching.
I appreciate that because, you know, as I'm thinking about even my story, and so I'll share with those who are listening. I became a caregiver. I didn't even know I was a caregiver. It's like, so I care for 2 kids now, but then the whole focus of the book that we were talking about, I was caring for my husband with military PTSD and some heart issues. And it's interesting because um in this caregiving journey we lose ourselves, right? Have y'all ever felt like you lost yourself and you're like, what in the world is going on?
Several
and
times.
and see, so the beautiful thing about life coaching and becoming a coach and actually, you know, doing that work, it not only healed the people that I work with, but it also healed me in my house. You know, so therefore where there were tornadoes, there's not tornadoes anymore. There's actually conversations. It's pretty beautiful. And when we become the eye of the storm, which is the most peaceful part, the storm dissipates. And so one of the things that I love also about being a coach as well as a caregiver is because a lot of caregivers, you know, struggle financially because it's like you can't have a full-time job and then also full-time care. So it's all this, you know, you feel like stretched or spread out. Like, what do? You can't do this, you can't do this. You know, Nadine talks about I can't go here, I couldn't go there. So what is the solution? Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is freedom. And of course, it's a journey that we have to overcome. And what do you do when you're a caregiver and a business builder? Well, the good thing, ladies and gentlemen who are listening to this call, everyone in the book and everyone who's going to be speaking is a caregiver and a business builder. Because it is not just about reclaiming our power, but it's also about reclaiming our passion and our prosperity. Because we've been called to live in abundance. Right? Wow, ladies, this is really cool. Man, I'm just loving this.
Exciting.
I'm excited. I can't wait for the summit.
I can't either. It's going to be amazing. So if y'all haven't got y'all's ticket yet, make sure that y'all click on the link.
Yeah, the link will be under the video. Did you put it in the chat?
Under the video, in the title, wherever you see it. Just make sure y'all click the link and save and save the dates, because this is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. We'll be back again in a couple of days to give a little bit more inspiration. Ladies, is there anything that you want to say really quick to the audience, just as like as a fare thee well, but like maybe something inspirational? What's coming to your heart as you kind of think about it? What's maybe that golden nugget that they may need to hear?
It's hold on, because I know the weights are heavy, especially with all that we have going on today. It's the state of the world. Hold on. That's it. Hold on. Help is on the way. You just have to do your part and show up. And you have amazing professionals that will come together to help you, to inspire you, to give you hope. Just hold on. You got this. We got this together. That's what right. We got this together.
I love it. I love it. Thanks so much. That was great. Great. What about you, Nadine?
Don't suffer in silence. There's so many men and women that are suffering in silence. They think there's nobody to help them, nobody that's going to encourage them. But see, there are people that will help you and encourage you. That's why you need to come to this summit. So therefore, we're gonna on Saturday we're gonna have questions and answers. I mean, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So if you need to get in contact with us, you have our contact information, and we'll be able to answer some of your questions that you may have. And therefore, I also have a resource center. So I could connect you to some type of resources that you need. That's the good thing. I love what I do. I really do. I love putting a smile on people's face. When I smile, they smile. Vice versa. Somebody else smile, I'm smiling. That's me. Listen, that's God. I wasn't always like this. I was until my mindset changed. Okay. That's why y'all need to be on this summer, okay?
Yes.
So everything else
It is
changed.
about changing the mindset. You know, I remember being in that victim mentality, like, why me? Why is this happening? Like, what in the world? Like, God, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Please let me know. And now it's like, why not me? Why not us? You know, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? Right? And so what Nadine's talking about is like, you know, don't go to battle alone. Have support. You know, never quit. It's a beautiful thing. And for me, I'm gonna say, what is the cost of things staying the same? What is the cost of things staying the same? Like, it's okay if you, like, you know, like either we can stay in our pity parties or we can stay in our problems, or we can be able to face everything and rise, or to feel everything and relax and know that you are not alone and you are totally supported.
That's right.
Yay. All right, well, we're gonna get off here. If y'all got any questions, make sure to, you know, put it in the chat or whatever, but also get your ticket. Most important thing, just get your ticket. It's a free event. Share this and let people know, because you know what? All the caregivers in the world, around the world right now, they need some inspiration. They need some hope. They need some healing to know that, you know what, everything is going to be all right. And at this summit, that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to bring it. We're going to bring the hope. Yeah. All right, ladies. Everybody say goodbye to Facebook. Well, see you later. See you next week.